Good evening and welcome. Welcome back to Hambones Trivia. My name is Dan. I am elated to have you, all one person that's here. Welcome, welcome. Yo, Amar, welcome back. Great to see you. Welcome, welcome. Why is this not showing up? Amar, did you have a problem getting into the video? I'm having a problem getting into the video. Hi. Good to see you. What in the heck is going on? Nah, no issues. Interesting. Why I'm having such problems. There it is. Found it. Good stuff. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. It is 8:23 for the Wednesday Night Monster game. Sorry, I'm a little late getting started. Had to wrap up getting the game set up. We're back. Melissa, good and you? Welcome, welcome. All right. Get all situated here. I am excited about the set tonight. Oh, I'm excited about the set tonight. A couple of questions I think are going to be real good ones. A couple of risky questions I might get a little feedback on, but no Barbie careers questions tonight. We'll just get that out of the way. Got some feedback from my little sister. She's like, we're done with Barbie careers. So Barbie careers is on hold for at least this week's game. Ricardo, great to see you again. Welcome back, Eastbound and Down. Getting Giacomo's in a few. That's what I'm talking about. Man, whatever that buffalo sandwich is, unbelievable. Unbelievable sandwich. But welcome back, everyone. Let me close these. Draw the blinds. Get in the mood for trivia. Happy Wednesday again to all of you. It is 8:25. We'll get started at about 8:32. I was running a little late tonight, so we'll wait for people to pile in. Let me know in the chat how it's going. Let me know if you had any great questions from playing last week with Matt. I'd love to hear about them. If there were any big contested questions last week, I'd always love to hear about that so I can give Matt a hard time. Keep me posted. I hosted in person last night at Union Jack. That was a lot of fun. They had outdoor seating, so got to sit out and enjoy the great weather and host a little trivia. Those in-person games are a lot of fun. Hopefully we can start those up at other bars, but they are a ton of fun, really straightforward with the touchless. Basically, you do the same thing, but use your phone. Same thing as you'll do tonight, but using your phone. Oh man, there's a question in the first round that I'm so excited for. Found this article, and I think you'll be able to tell which one of these questions it is. I was pretty jazzed about kind of the creative background of one of these questions, so should be good. Round two, the picture round should be good. Sup? Welcome, welcome, Girl Power and Boy of the Week in the house. Good to see you again. I missed you in person at Hotel Tango last week, but great to see you virtual this week. My good friend Ben is now going to be hosting the Hotel Tango game in person. He's a great host. Went really well last night. He is hosting tonight as well at Mo and Johnny's. But always great to see the mainstay of the Hotel Tango game Girl Power and Boy of the Week in the house. There were a few weeks where there was tension on the team. They booted the Boy of the Week, so it was just Girl Power and no Boy of the Week. I think he had to work, but I'll be back maybe once, but I am moving to Wisconsin in mid-August, so I have to hang up the cleats for sports. So what do I hang up? Hang up the pens and scrap paper, at least in terms of games here in Indy. So who knows? Maybe we'll figure something out in Milwaukee, and you can come up and play in Milwaukee. But if I'm ever back, I'll swing past Hotel Tango, of course. That's right, Dan. That's right. Going back to the mothership. Going back to the mothership should be a lot of fun. I came from there. I worked there for about a year. It's a great, if you've never been in Milwaukee, great city, fantastic food, great view of the lake. Thanks, Stacy. I'm excited. Stacy, you went south. I'm headed north. I think our average location is probably still Indianapolis. Maybe not quite. Maybe a little farther south than that. But welcome, everybody, to the Wednesday Night Monster Game. It's 8:28. We're going to delay a minute and get started at about 8:32, allow everyone to pile in. Got to make sure the usual Wednesday Night Monster Game Titans are here. Just to give next time I'm on here, I'll be 30 pounds heavier with the Milwaukee diet. Honestly, Dan, you're not wrong. I lived there for a year, and that was exactly what happened. I was running every day, and I was like, man, what is going on? And then I realized that I was basically just like eating cheese and drinking Miller Lite at an unhealthy rate. But thank you. Appreciate it. Excited. We'll still be able to do virtual games, but in person, unfortunately not. But all right, it's 8:29. So before we get started here in about 3 minutes, we'll just quickly go over the scoreboard update from last week. So in our Wednesday game last week, it was a great week for, let's see, we saw in the top 5, Trust the Process, aka Do Process, Do Wheelies, aka Eggplant Emoji, Droplet Emoji, followed, just behind Hot for Teacher with 193, then making the podium were the Cahallans with 195, despite a lot of objections about a couple of the answers there. Cahallans, I'm watching you. 197 in second place was Vermin last week, and your winners last Wednesday were Hank Scorpio with a rounded, like a dead-on 200 points. Looks like on the Thursday game, there was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 way tie for third place with 185 between Kyle and the Backseat Driver, Murder of Crows, Quizzers of the Quotes, the Cahallans, and We Didn't Start the Virus. Second place with 187, Manly's Irish Mutt, and your winners last Thursday with 195 were Humps. Congrats to those teams. We're looking forward to seeing if you can defend tonight. Maybe tonight's when the Cahallans will finally bust past that wall of third place. We'll see. All right. It is 8:30, so we're going to give just about another minute before we get started. Knickerbockers forever. I explicitly excluded the Knickerbockers. Explicitly. Amar, thank you. Yeah, we'll send Giannis back. Was he ever here? Or you mean in a trade for me? Was Giannis drafted by the Bucks? I don't know the answer to that. All right, it is a trade. Yeah, I think it's probably a fair trade. Thomas, welcome back. Dan Barnett, good to see you. Thank you. Now I know about Giannis. Great guy, Giannis. I'm from Cleveland, so I loved when Matthew Dellavedova played there. We were both in Milwaukee at the same time, so that was great. All right, it is 8:31. We're going to go ahead and get started here in just a minute, but welcome all to Hambone's Wednesday Night Monster Game. My name is Dan. I will be your host tonight, just like every Wednesday night at 8:30 right here at youtube.com/HambonesTrivia. If you haven't already, subscribe and click that little bell, and it'll let you know whenever we pop on to host another game that is Wednesday nights at 8:30 for Monster Game hosted by me, Thursday nights at 8:30 for Monster Games hosted by Matt. We also have in-person games. There's 2 on Tuesdays. Those are at Hotel Tango and Union Jack in Indianapolis, and 2 on Wednesdays. Those were at Mo and Johnny's in Indianapolis and Roots Burger Bar in Muncie, Indiana. All right, with that said, it is about time to get started. If you are new, welcome. We are happy to have you. There are 2 links in the description of this video for answer sheets. One of them is the real deal, which is where you'll enter your answers if you're the person entering answers on behalf of your team as you play along. The other is the view only that has the red background. That's if you want to follow along with the questions but not submit any answers. So you'll need one of those depending on what your role is on your team. And I will read the questions as we go. I'll also give you the passwords to enter each round as we go. All right, I think that's pretty much it. So it's time to get started. There is one rule of Hambone's virtual trivia. That rule is don't cheat. Very tempting. You have your computer up in front of you to just Google the answer. Don't do it. Just use your own willpower, your own brain power, and the brain power of your teammates. And we'll have a great time together. All right, there are 4 great rounds of trivia tonight. Each round is a little bit different. In each round, for each question you get correct, you will gain points. At the end of the night, the team with the most points wins. It's as simple as that. Here we go. It is time for round 1. Round 1 is 6 questions. Each one of the questions in round 1 is worth 5 points. If you get the question wrong, you don't lose the 5 points, you just don't get it. So a perfect round is 30 points. A horrible round is 0 points. The password to the first round, inspired by the day today in the trivia capital of the free world, Indianapolis, Indiana, is humid. The password to round 1 is humid. Password to round 1 is humid. Here we go. Round 1, question 1. I'm going to give you 3 things that all happened in the same year. You have to give me that year plus or minus 1. Lose Yourself by Eminem is on the radio. Catch Me If You Can is in theaters for its debut, and the No Child Left Behind bill is signed. You have to be plus minus 1 year. You have to give me the year. Lose Yourself is on the radio. Catch Me If You Can is in theaters, and No Child Left Behind is signed. Question 2. What children's animated TV series that originally broadcast from 2005 to 2008 and is catching a second wind due to its addition to Netflix relies on variants of Chinese martial arts and has received acclaim for its exploration into pretty deep concepts like imperialism, totalitarianism, and discrimination? I want you to give me the name of that TV show. What children's animated TV series originally broadcast 2005 to 2008 is catching a second wind on Netflix, relies on variants of Chinese martial arts, and has received acclaim for its exploration into concepts of imperialism, totalitarianism, and discrimination? Question 3. In July 2015, it, as in this company, replaced Toyota as the world's largest automaker. In September, its stock price fell by 1/3. So in July 2015, this company surpassed Toyota as the world's largest automaker. In September of the same year, its stock price fell 1/3. Question 4. What man-made structure forms the informal boundary between Asia and Africa? What man-made structure forms the informal boundary between Asia and Africa? All right, question 5. Dan Barnett, buckle up. Here's question 5. Question 5 is a doozy. It's a little bit of a soft one, but we're getting loose here on a Wednesday. 538.com, which is one of my favorite websites, completed an analysis of mascots in the NBA, WNBA, NFL, NHL, and MLB. So mascots like Moondog for the Cleveland Cavaliers, for example, or the horse for the Colt. I don't know his name. Maybe someone else knows his name. All right. But anyways, they created a mascot animal kingdom where they grouped mascots into categories of land animals, sky animals, sea animals, or make-believe, where make-believe is human-like mascots like the Vikings, or like the Cleveland Cavalier guy that has the weird and scary face, or unicorns, or Gritty, for example. So those 4 categories, land, sky, sea, and make-believe, I want you to order them in terms of population. So whichever one of those categories you think has the most representation, you want to put first. Whichever one you think has the least goes last. Make sense? So land, sky, sea, and make-believe. Order those 4 categories in order of most to least mascots in those 5 leagues. I know that's a doozy, but we're having fun tonight. All right, question 6. What is the least winningest NFL team from 2000 to 2019? The good news, though, is despite losing 117 games and winning only 42, they tied once, so it could have been worse. All right. Those are your 6 questions to the first round. You have 6 minutes. Good luck. Sounds like a final round question. Oh, I got some good final round ones tonight. I think you're going to like the final round questions tonight. All right, let's see. I've been neglecting to read the chat. Hi, Thomas. Good to see you. Glad you're safe with your mall. Glad you're safe. Laura Cahallen, sans Tim, sans Tom. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Could be problematic in Camp Cahallen tonight. As long as you got the Burkos involved, should be okay. And Marilyn and Pauline, they'll be just fine. Thank you, Nightbot. All right, you have just over, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and give you an extra 30 seconds. So you have 3 minutes left in round one. Does every team have to be categorized? No, it's just their mascots. Justin, let me check on that for you. They are considered. They may be considered sky. Give me one sec. I think they're considered sky. Yep, confirmed. All right, you have 1 minute left in the first round. You have 1 minute. Quack, quack, quack. All right, you have 15 seconds left. 15 seconds left. All right, 2 seconds left. It is almost time. Time is up. You got to get them in, get them in, get them in. Get those answers in. They're still coming. Let's go. All right, great job on the first round. Thank you for indulging me with a little bit of fun on the mascots question in the first round. So first of all, 3 things, same year. Lose Yourself, Mom's Spaghetti, Catch Me If You Can, and No Child Left Behind. You had to be within 1 year of 2002. 2002. 2002. Number 2, what children's animated TV series originally broadcast from 2005 to 2008 and is catching second wind on Netflix due to its addition on Netflix? Unbelievable show, even if you're an adult. That is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you haven't watched that and you're an adult, you should watch it. It's an amazing show. All right, number 3, in July 2015, it replaced Toyota as the world's largest automaker. Then in September, its stock price fell by 1/3. That is Volkswagen. That is Volkswagen. Question 4, what man-made structure forms the informal boundary between Asia and Africa? I fell way into the rabbit hole on this Wikipedia page. Look forward to additional questions about the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal. Amazing, amazing. All right, question 5. 538 completed analysis of mascots in those 5 leagues that I mentioned and were grouped into different kingdoms: sky animals, sea animals, land animals, and make-believe, such as human-like mascots, monsters, unicorns, etc. The 4 categories from most representation to least representation go by far land with the most, including feline, bovine, ursine, canine, etc., followed by make-believe, including, the Vikings in make-believe, followed by sky, including ducks, followed by sea. Land, make-believe, sky, and sea. If you got it exactly right, I gave you full credit. If you had land and make-believe on the first half, sky and sea on the second half, but switched out of order, I gave you half credit. I gave you half credit. I am counting The Last Airbender. Any sort of Avatar variation, I'm counting. All right, let me know in the chat if you have any problems with my mascot question, in case you were curious to read about it. Fascinating read. Don't look it up now because we're still playing. All right. Question 6. What is the least winningest NFL team from 2010 to 2019? That is your Cleveland Browns. Your Cleveland Browns, at least they tied once. All right. Great job on the first round. Now it is time for the second round. The second round is the picture round. Each picture that you identify correctly is worth 3 points. Is worth 3 points. There are 10 of them. In each of these pictures, I want you to, and listen closely, I want you to identify the character. Identify, if I can spell identify, identify the character. Identify the character shown in each one of these pictures. The password to the picture round is fog. Password to the picture round is fog. I want you to identify the character. Identify the character. Most of these were selected because of their iconic hair. Done this once before. Most of these were selected because of their iconic hair. Identify the character. You have 7 minutes. Good luck. I see no image number 4. Try Kyle Brown. If you refresh, it should load. Or you can use the view only link to check it out. We need last names. No, you do not. As long as you're close, I'll count it. All right, you are about halfway done. No problem, Kyle. All right, you have just over 2 minutes left in the picture round. Hi, host, thumbs up. Hello. Oh man, I want to. I don't know. I maybe because when is it? When is the 500? Isn't hello? You're welcome to join us, Mel's World. I love the Indianapolis 500. Also, I was moving my stuff and I was packing it up and realized that every year I forget that I have the little propane tank for my travel grill for like tailgating. I forget every year. So basically, I've collected like 5 of these like little green propane tanks. So I was like loading up, I was like, what the heck is going on? Not realizing basically every year I forget that I have one and then I go buy one. So I've got all these like 3/4 of the way full green propane tanks. So if anyone needs travel grill propane, I am your guy. Oh, big news though about the 500. This is interesting. It was announced, let's see, today, Indy 500 TV blackout lifted. Only twice has the Indy 500 been shown to Central Indiana residents live on TV, most recently in 2016. Now will happen again. That is awesome. Green flag, 2:30 p.m. Maybe I can stand outside and listen to On the Banks of the Wabash be sung at like noon or something, even if I don't have a ticket. Are you going? Anybody going? All right, you have 10 seconds left in the picture round. It's time to get those answers in. We have almost everyone already. Get them in, get them in, get your answers in. Get them in. All right. I'll be honest, lots of creative spellings on a few of these that I'm going to have to check out here. All right. So nice job on the picture round. That is your time. That is your time on the picture round. Here are your answers to the picture round. Picture number 1. This is where the fun begins. That character is Anakin Skywalker. Number 2, that is Rachel Green from Friends. Number 3, that is Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games. Number 4, that is Yukon Cornelius. Yukon Cornelius from the Christmas Claymations. Number 5, one of the best characters ever, that is Gerald. That is Gerald from Hey Arnold. Gerald from Hey Arnold. Number 6, a lot of creative spelling on Daenerys Targaryen. Daenerys Targaryen. I got to go back and audit that one for sure. I will also accept Khaleesi. And oh my goodness, somebody wrote the full name out. This is crazy. All right, that's going to need some time. Number 7 from Parks and Rec, that is Donna Meagle. Number 8 from Pulp Fiction, that is Jules. Number 9 from my personal favorite show, Community, that is Troy Barnes. And number 10, that is our guy, Rubeus Hagrid. Rubeus Hagrid, nice job on the picture round. Nice job. Creative spelling is the hallmark of Trust the Process. Interested to know which one of these Daenerys submissions you trust the process. All right, great job on the picture round. Really excellent job on the picture round. Hardest one appeared to be Gerald from Hey Arnold and Yukon Cornelius. Yukon, my mom always makes fun of me that when I grow my beard out, I look like Yukon Cornelius. All right, now it is time for round 3. Round 3 is the best round of the night, and here's why. That is because round 3, oh gosh. That is because round 3 is the money round. The money round works like this. There are 4 questions to the money round. Each one of these questions has more than one correct answer. Each correct answer you give me is worth 5 points. In order does not matter at all. So if I ask you who are the 3 main characters of Harry Potter, and you say Harry, Ron, and Hermione, that's good for 15. If you say Harry, Ron, and Hagrid, great guy, got gypped out of the main role, but that's only good for 10. Make sense? If not, feel free to chat me. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. The password to the money round tonight, the password is cloud. The password is cloud. The password to the money round, round 3. Round 3, question 1. Each of the 10 most powerful, Eva, please do not. Eva, if you want to answer, you can answer on the answer forms, which I am about to send you right now. Eva, Here is the answer form for round 3. All right, round 3, question 1. Each of the 10 most powerful solar power generating plants in the United States are located in one of 3 states. I want you to name those 3 states. So if you list the top 10 most powerful solar plants in the US and you list the state in which they lie, there are only 3 states that appear on that list. I want you to give me the 3 states. Round 3, question 2. Other than Adele, who are the last 4 solo musical artists to win the Grammy for Song of the Year that go by a single word name like Adele? If a song includes featuring blank, like featuring Ed Sheeran, I'm only counting the main artist. So if it was like Adele featuring Ed Sheeran, I'm counting Adele. That makes sense. So other than Adele, who are the last 4 solo musical artists to win the Grammy for Song of the Year that go by a single word name like Adele? Question 3, by city population. By city population, not metro. Not metro, by city population. Beijing is the largest national capital. What are numbers 2, 3, and 4? These cities are 2,300, 1,300, and 3,600 miles from Beijing, respectively. By city population, Beijing is the largest national capital. What are numbers 2, 3, and 4, which are 2,300, 1,300, and 3,600 miles from Beijing, respectively? Round 3, question 4. According to Rotten Tomatoes Tomatometer, Aladdin, the recent Aladdin, ranks number 8 best live-action remake Disney animated feature. So the Disney animated features that were then had a live-action remake of them made, it is the 8th best, which is bad because it was only like 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. What are the 2 worst rated live action remakes of Disney animated features? One of them starred a 3-time Oscar nominee, and that one released in 2016. And one of them starred a 7-time Oscar nominee, and that was a 2000 release. What are those 2 films? So, of the live action Disney animated features, I'm looking for the 2 worst rated live action remakes of animated features. All right, those are your 4 questions to the money round. You have 10 minutes. Good luck. All right, folks, quick announcement. Going to try to get ahead of this one. So the Disney movie, the 2000 Disney movie, is a live action sequel to the live action remake of an animated feature, just the 2000. The 2000 Disney movie, so one of those two that I was asking for, is a live action sequel to a live action remake of the animated feature. So basically, there was the animated one, then they did a remake, and then this was the sequel to the remake. It technically was not a remake of an original movie, even though it was kind of the same, just a different storyline. So 2000 Disney movie, live action sequel to a live action remake of an animated movie. Let me know in the chat if that didn't make sense. This would be like if there was Harry Potter 1 was an animated feature, and then they made Harry Potter 1, and then they made Harry Potter 2. This would be like Harry Potter 2. Does that make sense? 2016 is a strict remake. That is correct. Eva, if you would like to try a previous round, I can send you the link to that as well. We play Wednesday and Thursday nights at 8:30, Eva. Sure, why not? I just found you. Well, welcome. We're happy to have you. All right, you're about halfway done with the money round, folks. Eva, the password is FOG to round 2, if you were going to go back and check it out. Oh, this should be good. Good to hear, Thomas. I just wrapped mine up. All right, you have 3 minutes left in the money round. All right, you have 2 minutes left in the money round. 2 minutes. Oops, didn't see the character into the names and sometimes the character. No worries, Eva. 2, 3. You got about half of them, Eva. All right, you have less than a minute left in the money round. Less than 1 minute left in the money round. Twenty seconds left. 20. All right, that is your time. You need to get your answers in. You need to get them in, get them in, get them in, get them in. Even the more you play, the better you get. Got to gather a team and come back and play. All right, get them in, get them in, get them in. Here we go. Just making sure we count all the right ones. All right, it looks like we have everybody. Here are your answers to the money round. Each of the 10 most powerful solar power generating plants in the United States are located in one of 3 states. They are located in either Nevada, Arizona, or by far the most, not even close, California. Nevada, Arizona, and California. Nevada, Arizona, California. Here we go. Question 2, other than Adele, who are the last 4 solo musical artists to win the Grammy for Song of the Year with a one-word name? I'm going to go back and tell you the years. Adele won in 17, and Adele won in 12. Lorde won in 2014. Beyonce won in 2010 for Single Ladies. Then you got to go way back to Santana with Smooth in 2000 and Kiss from a Rose by Seal in 1996. So your answers are Lorde, Beyonce, Santana, and Seal. Lorde, Beyonce, Santana, and Seal. Question 3, by city population, Beijing is the largest national capital. Number 2, 2,300 miles away, is New Delhi, India. Number 3, 1,300 miles away, is Tokyo, Japan. And number 4, 3,600 miles away from Beijing, is Moscow, Russia. New Delhi, Tokyo, and Moscow are your answers to question 3. According to Rotten Tomatoes Tomatometer, Aladdin is the 8th best live action remake, which is rough because it got a pretty poor rating. But the 2 worst rated live action remakes of Disney animated features, one of them, the straight up remake, was Alice Through the Looking Glass, featuring Johnny Depp, who has 3 Oscar nominations. Alice Through the Looking Glass. And the other, which I clarified in the chat and on the video, is a live action sequel to a live action remake of an animated feature. So basically that, but I clarified just to be sure, that is 102 Dalmatians. Alice Through the Looking Glass and 102 Dalmatians. 1 second. Stacy, come on, Stacy. All right, we'll deal with this here in just a minute. In the meantime, it is time for 2 things. First is the scoreboard update. The second is the final round of the night. I'm going to give the scoreboard update. I know, Stacey. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the final round. In the final round, you'll be wagering points. So it's probably good to listen to the scoreboard update. And we are going to dig all the way back to 20th for the scoreboard update. In 20th with 84.5 points, because if you remember, I gave half credit for getting close to the mascot answer. It is the Nasty Reporters with Terrible Questions. In a 1, 2, 3, 4-way tie for 16th with 85 it is the front corner bitches, the Cahallans, Trust the Process, and second to last place Ding. And 15th with 86 is Statistical Anomaly, and a 2-way tie for 13th with 87 is Ralston Rascals and Just Us 2, and a 2-way tie for 11th with 89.5 is Yinzers and Vermin, and a 2-way tie for 9th with 90 points. It is the Crystal Methodist. That is an unbelievable team name. The Crystal Methodist and Quizzards of the Coast. In 8th place with 91.5 points is You Get the Bush, You Miss the Juice. In 7th place with 92 is The Extraordinary Nutsack. In 8th place with 92.5 is The Redhead and the Asian. In a 2-way tie for 4th place with 95 points, it is Watson. And it is I'm Just Here So I Don't Get COVID. In a 2-way tie for 2nd with 97 points, it is The Death Panel. And it is What is Red, White, and Green. And in 1st place with an astounding 110 points, it is the mainstay of Hotel Tango in-person trivia. It is Girl Power and Boy of the Week going into the final round in the lead. All right, here we go. It is time for the final round. The final round is 3 questions. Why is it only 3 questions? Because these are high-powered questions. On each of these 3 questions, you are going to wager 0 to 30 points. Only this time, if you get the question wrong, you lose your wager. So go all in, 30, 30, 30. Get them all right, that's positive 90 points. Go all in, 30, 30, 30. Get them all wrong, that's negative 90 points. So we could have a huge swing here in the final round. If you need me to audit your score, go ahead and comment it in the chat. I'd be happy to look it up. I'm just here so I don't get COVID. I'll check you out. Backseat drivers, check you out. All right, I'll go through and audit once more before the final scoreboard in the last round. All right, here is your password to round 4. Your password is RAIN. The password to the final round is RAIN. Here we go, round 4, question 1. What state capital is the farthest distance north from the geographic center of the state? What state capital is the farthest distance north from the geographic center of the state? So if the geographic center of Indiana is 20 miles south of Indianapolis, and then there's Indianapolis, which is the capital, that distance is 20 miles. I want you to tell me the state that has the greatest distance between its geographic center and its capital. Greatest distance from the geographic center north to the capital of the state. Question 2, on the list of the top domestic grossing actors and actresses, so this is just domestic grossing, and this means the dollars that were grossed for the movies in which they starred or voice acted. There is one first name that appears on the list 3 times. That's the most a first name appears on the list. I will give you a hint. It is not Tom. Tom Hanks is 3, Tom Cruise is 11, Tom Holland is 38. It is not Tom. It is a man's name. There is one first name held by 3 of the top 10 domestic grossing actors and actresses. What is that first name? Question 3, what 2 U.S. cities have the largest percentage of the state's population in the city proper? Sorry, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I typed the question incorrectly. Correction. So let's just clarify this. If I were to list the most populous city in every state, what are the 2 that are the highest percentage of the population of their state? If I were to list all of the most populous cities in every state, what are the 2 cities that have the highest percentage of the state's population in them? You need to get both of these cities. To get your wager. So on the list of the most populous city in every state, What are the two that are the highest percentage of the population of the entire state? All right. For number two, yes, it is all time. Yes, it is all time. Number three, it is city population. City proper population, Meredith. All right, you have 6 minutes in the final round. Good luck. Allie, you did not. uh, so yeah, I'll clarify question three one more time. If you were to list, so let me just type this. Clarify number three. Okay. So if you were to list the most populous city in every state, so you basically have one city representing each state. What are the two states that have the highest percentage of their population? The two state, so basically it's the two cities that have the highest percentage of the population of the state in the city. Hopefully that makes some sense. My wording was ambiguous at best. Sorry. Tragic. I don't know which question you're referring to. If it's number one, I guess I'll count either. Whatever you're into, Thomas. If Cade's what you're into. All right. Your time is up. Pitter patter. I need your answers. I'll give you about 10 seconds because I did not call a warning, but I need your answers. Pitter patter. Get those answers in faster. I need your answers. I did not call a warning. My apologies. I'll give you just a second to get those in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. Get your answers in, folks. All right, I am quickly auditing here. All right, nice job on the final round. Give me just a second to finalize this. Oh, man. All right. The final round is over. Here we go. I got all of the answers to the final round. Now it is time for me to give you the correct answers. First of all, before I do that, I want to thank you so much for playing tonight. I want to thank you so much for playing tonight. My name is Dan. I host every Wednesday night at 8:30 right here, youtube.com/Hambones Trivia. Come back tomorrow night for Matt to host a virtual game, Thursdays at 8:30. Here are your answers to the final round. Round 4, question 1. What state capital is the farthest distance north from the geographic center of its state? Let's see if I can even tell you where the geographic center of the state is. The geographic center of this state is a town called Brooksville. The capital of this state is Tallahassee, and the state is Florida. Tallahassee and the state is Florida. It is the farthest distance between the capital and then you go south to the geographic center. Tallahassee is your correct answer. Tallahassee. About 75% of teams got that correct. Here we go. Question 2. On the list of the top domestic grossing actors/actresses, there's one first name held by 3 of the top 10. I gave you a hint that it was not Tom. That man's name is Chris. Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and Chris Pratt. Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and Chris Pratt. All right. Question 3. Question 3, what 2 U.S. cities have the largest percentage? If you list the largest city in each state, what 2 have the highest percentage of the state's population in the city? Which basically is the same if you answer it as it is written, but I wanted to make it a little more clear when I clarify. But those 2 cities, you had to get both of them, are New York City, which almost everybody guessed, New York City, and the other complete opposite rationale is Anchorage, Alaska. New York City and Anchorage, about 10% of the teams got that one correct. That is the hardest question of the night. New York City and Anchorage. All right, I went through and audited. So these are accurate scores. Here are your scoreboard updates to end the night. Congratulations to our winners again. Thank you so much for playing. This has been a great game. 64 teams, 278 players, and in 15th place with 114.5 points, it is the Nasty Reporters with Terrible Questions. In 14th place with 115 points, it is Trust the Process. In 13th place with 117 points, it is the Ralston Rascals. Edging them out by half a point with 117.5 point, it's Brittany Bitch. In 11th place, no, Gabrielle, I specified you had to get them both to get the credit. In 11th place with 119 points, it is Curbside Deliverwurst. Curbside Deliverwurst, that's a great team name. Edging them out by half a point with 119.5 points is Vermin. In 9th place with 121 points, it is the Eastside Classic team, Manly's Irish Mutts. Manly's Irish Mutts. Samantha, congratulations. In 8th place with 121.5 points, it is You Get the Bush, You Miss the Juice. Beating them out by half a point. Man, this is so close. There are 5 points separating 13th through 7th. Incredible. In 7th place with 122 points, it is Extraordinary Nutsack. In 6th place with 139.5 points, it is the Yinzers. In 5th place with 146 points, it is What is Red, White, and Green? What is red, white, and green? In 4th place with 155 points, could have beaten Ken Jennings, but could not win tonight. It is Watson. Watson. So that brings us to the podium. That brings us to the podium tonight, folks. Here we go. In 3rd place for the Wednesday night monster game with 160 points, one of my all-time favorite team names, a coach's classic team. It is Oedipus and the Mama's Boys. Oedipus and the Mama's Boys. In 2nd place with 172 points, they spelled doom for all the teams behind them. That is the Death Panel. The Death Panel. And that means that your winners tonight with 185 points, the champions with 6 players, it is I'm Just Here So I Don't Get COVID. Congratulations to our champions. I'm just here so I don't get COVID. We are proud of you. Thank you so much to all 64 teams that played tonight, all 278 people. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Thank you so much for playing. I will see you next week right back here Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. My name is Dan. This has been Hambones Trivia. Please subscribe. Come back and play with us online or in person. Have a great night. I will hang around. I will post the scoreboard update in the chat here in just a second after I have the chance to put it together. Give me just 1 second. Let me know in the chat if you have any feedback, any questions you really liked, any questions you really hated. Love to hear. If you broke double digits like Katie, congratulations. If you are I'm just here so I don't get COVID, Allie, congratulations to you and your team. Stacy, we'll see you next week. Thomas, it was great to see you again. Congratulations. Samantha, congrats. Great job. All right. Good work. Good work. That was a rainmaker in the final round. Tough final round tonight. Let's just do a quick average score for the final round tonight is 45. Average score was 45. Eva, thanks for joining us. Eva, come back to start the game next time. Bring a team, play along. Give me just a second to get the scoreboard update rocking and rolling here. I jinxed the Cahallans by saying that tonight was the night. Sorry about that, fam. Oh, a couple of other classic East Side teams playing tonight. The Fruit Smugglers, welcome back. Great to have you. Oh, man, the whole crew was out for the Fruit Smugglers tonight. Smarty Pints, another classic Union Jack team. Great to see Smarty Pints in the house. Shelby Materials, great Hambones partner. Here is your scoreboard update. As always, let me know in the chat if you have any feedback about questions, anything you'd like to see in questions. In the couple hours before the game, I'm usually like, oh my God, what am I going to write questions about? Hence why we usually have questions about Barbie careers, because I already have that favorited. So if you have any feedback about what you think questions should be, please let me know. More than happy to write questions in based on requests. I had a request a couple of weeks ago for name the movie from which the meme comes. So famous memes, and then name the movies from which the memes come. Katie, good to hear. Distance from Beijing. A lot of Suez Canal questions. Wrote a lot of Suez Canal questions tonight. I think I probably will. They have Wi-Fi up there from what I hear. We'll see how it goes in the transition while I'm moving up there, but long term, most likely. I will certainly miss Hotel Tango, though. I'll try to swing by there another time or two on Tuesdays before I take off. All right. Scoreboard is in the chat. Let me know if you have any other feedback, questions. I welcome it. Got to archive the scores for tonight. That's always the post-game activity. If you ever want to know a score that you've gotten in the past, I would be happy to look it up for you. Let's see. I'm just here so I don't get COVID. Great night tonight. Last time you made the podium was July 8th. I'm just here so I don't get COVID. And that was July 8th. You were second. And a week before that, on July 2nd, you won. It's a great night. Dang. Dominance. Let's see here. Who else had a good night? Second to last place, Ding. You did better than second to last place. Good for you. J is for genius. Slow kids at play. Mom still got it. We saw Mom still got it last night at Union Jack. Good to see you online tonight. Girl Power and Boy of the Week. Always great to see you. Eastbound and Down. Consistent. One of my other favorite team names, Waka Flocka Seagulls. Great team name. I don't know, Stacy. I'll have to reach out to Megan, see where they're at. Maybe they felt the nasty reporters with terrible questions making a sprint for the top of the leaderboard. There's some intimidation there. Yeah, I hope Luke and Rachel and Megan, and Katie, I hope they're all doing well. Abe, that's a fun team. Hey, Ricardo, I know. I'm always here pulling for Eastbound and Down. Hope Kevin and the rest of the crew are doing well. In case you're ever curious what happens to questions that we write and don't use, or questions that we use, they make their way into the Hambones Trivia question bank. It's a couple thousand rows of single answer and money round questions. He says hi, and we need to live back in Irvington. That is right. But yeah, Stacy, you're exactly right. I'll reach out to them and see if they can make a cameo appearance, Stacy. But oh, Charlie, sorry to hear that. Stick around and play. Hopefully, we can lift your mood. All right. That is all from Hambones Trivia tonight. Thank you so much for playing. My name is Dan. This has been a blast. We'll see you tomorrow night at 8:30 for the Thursday Night Monster Game, and right back here next Wednesday for the Wednesday Night Monster Game. Have a great night. Congratulations to our winners. I'm just here so I don't get COVID. We'll see you later.